Welcome back to the channel, and this is another episode of Where the Fuck Is Your Parents? Because there's another lady crying on the internet that she can't take care of herself, working 40 hours a week. And I'm like, ain't this what y'all asked for? Didn't the women's suffrage and the feminism want y'all to be in this exact predicament? See, we need to take a trip back in time. Because back in the day, I'm sounding like I'm old as fuck. But back in the day, remember, the cave niggas and cave bitches lived a long time ago before civilization. Do you know how that relationship worked? Cave nigga was out here minding his own business. Beating up raccoons, squirrels, anything he can get his hands on. And he's cooking that shit up or eating it raw. How the fuck he was living? And then cave bitch showed up. And she's like, I want some of that. And he's like, okay. And she's like, I got berries though. So she brought some berries to this nigga. She could pick berries. She could pick some fruit from a tree. This nigga's out here running, chasing rabbits and shit. And they start a whole little unit. So she's gonna get berries. He go get his rabbits. And everything's good. And then one day she start throwing ass. And he catches that shit. And you know what he did the next fucking day? That nigga start chasing boars and leopards and shit. Why? Because that fire and ambition in men. He was like, shit, I'm gonna go get better eats. Why? Because she throwing ass. She throwing ass and getting berries. I'm getting better eats. And that is how cave niggas built society. And then we get to current day society. It was still going like that. Women throwing ass, bearing children, niggas going to get better eats. Why? Because he wants more. He want her to throw more ass and carry more children. That was the cycle. It wasn't a flawless cycle, but it was the cycle. And then the women's suffrage came and the feminism, and they're like, why don't we just go get our own fucking eats, ladies? Bright idea. Why don't they just go get their own eats? And you know what the men did? They were like, okay, go get your own eats. And now we're here, bro. Another victim. Another work-related victim. And it's crazy because this is work and slavery. Women breaks down in tears. Bitch, do you not know where slavery is? She's look kind of young. They probably stopped teaching slavery by now. They don't want America to look too bad. But like, slavery has been around a real long time. And I don't think slaves got paid. And I really don't think they got to complain about their work life. This is outrage. I really hate how the privileged complain about the predicaments that they were in. Right, come on now, bro. I know your parents unprepared you for real life, but you can't blame life. You have to blame your fucking parents, lady. And it's so crazy. She works 40 hours a week. You know, the usual. She got 2 days off. And she says, since she worked from 9 to 5, she can't do anything else. She can't do anything else for herself. She lives in a 2-bedroom apartment. They cost like $1,600. She has an expensive gaming chair behind her. I know because I got one. These motherfuckers aren't cheap. She can't afford life. She can't afford life, and I blame her parents, because you didn't prepare her for shit. I grew up broke as fuck. Dead broke. So we had to learn everything outside of money. Why? Because we didn't have no money. You can't learn money when you don't have any. So what do? You learn life. You learn how to live. And the little money that you do have, you make that shit work. And that craft, like my parents handcrafted me into the man I am today, all I can do is thank them. Because when I see shit like this, I'm like, oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy I struggled. See, my kids ain't gonna struggle. Because I'm not gonna let them inherit that. That's why I work so motherfucking hard. So my kids ain't going through that. But I'm about to prepare their ass for life. I'm not about to I ain't about to shield them from shit. Hell no. You gonna know real life real quick. When they're old enough to understand. Like, I started learning real life. I was like 12, 13. My first homeboy got smoked. Real life started real quick. I ain't like my kids ain't gonna go through that same shit. We ain't living in the hood no more. But like, your parents left you so unprepared that you went through all of your youth went all through college. You probably one of those college students. You graduated with a degree that don't mean shit, and then you got a job, and now you have to pay bills because you're an adult. And I wonder why she don't live with her parents. Maybe she's one of the rebellious ass kids. Like, oh, I don't want to live by your rules, so I'm gonna just go get my own place. One of those kids, you know, rebellious ass kids. And now she's in her own place crying, but she don't want to go back home. Why? Because she's not gonna have the freedom that she has in her own apartment. So she's choosing to cry online and struggle instead of just going to live with her parents. Because I know her parents would be like, just come home. Just come home. You can live here. Get your money up, not your funny up, and build life. But no. She don't want to do none of that. That's too smart. That rebellious spirit in her heart is like, no, I gotta keep struggling so hard every day. She could have downsized to a 1-bedroom. Maybe her lease is long. Maybe she got a whole 12-year lease. She has to wait it out. Grind for 12 years. Goddamn, 12 months. 12-month lease. Grind that shit out. Move, downsize. Go somewhere else. Go somewhere smaller. Look for a new job, better job. So many different avenues she could take. But get a fucking roommate. You have a 2-bedroom. You're probably single, alone. Get a roommate. Chalk that shit up. Cut it in half. There's so many avenues. How are you so unprepared? And then to say working slavery is fucking crazy. Slavery, bitch? Are you stupid? Yes, you're stupid. That's how you got a lease for $1,600 for a 2-bedroom. Fucking dumb. Like, your parents didn't prepare you. College didn't prepare you. They both failed you. I'm sorry. Your education failed you. Your parents failed you. That's all I really got to say about this. And the fact that she can't, like, she says herself, play this shit.
Ends up having to be split into 2 days. So I have to do stuff on both Saturday and Sunday. So then I don't get a day off.
She said she don't get a day off because she has to do life. On the 2 days, she don't have work. I'm like, are you fucking stupid? You live every day. So she's not taking care of herself every day except Saturday and Sunday. So she's not cooking for herself. She's not cleaning up. She has a 2-bedroom apartment. That's a lot of space for one person. I used to have a 2-bedroom apartment, but I cut my sleep life and my everything else life into 2 separate rooms. So I only sleep in my bedroom, so I don't be lazy as fuck. But bitch, you literally don't do anything for yourself until Saturday and Sunday. So for 8 hours a day you work. You sleep the other fucking 16. I don't understand. I don't understand their life, bro. I don't understand. Like, I would like to see a day in the life of what the fuck she does to, like, really understand it. Because if you're sleeping for 16 hours and you're working for 8 hours and you can't do anything else, you have a problem. But if you're sleeping for 8, you're working for 8, and you have 8 hours and you lounge around and do fucking nothing because you're lazy as shit, and then you go back to sleep to go back to work, that's your fault. And that, I blame your parents. I blame your parents. They never taught you routines or budgets or nothing. They literally didn't teach you about life. And back in the day, I mean, your dad would just marry you to somebody that would do all that work for you. And then you would pick the berries and have the kids. But now, nah. Now you gotta go get your own eats, and you hate it. You hate it. And I don't feel bad for you. I don't feel bad for you at all. I do blame your parents, though. So I don't blame you. Actually, I do, because you're lazy as shit. But it's your parents' fault. They never required you to do anything. So now you don't feel like you're obligated to do anything but work and pay your bills. Everything else was done for you as a child. So you don't know how to do them bitches yourself. And I'm like, see, when dudes are in this same predicament, motherfuckers tell their ass to get the fuck over it. She's looking for sympathy, for help. Men, hell nah. Now you better go get some eats or you ain't gonna have shit. And that's real life. Men get slapped with real life real early. Now women getting slapped with real life real early, and it's like, I don't think your parents prepared you for that one either. But they grew up in a different time. So make sure to like and subscribe because this shit is funny. I laugh at these every day. Well, every time I see one, it's not every day, but every time I see one, oh, I'm laughing hard, bro. I rarely see these bitches on YouTube, so that's why I don't make a lot of videos on this. But I see some. When you scroll like Instagram or some shit, you see a lot of motherfuckers crying on the front camera, and it's so funny, bro. Cause I'm like, where are your parents? Where are your parents? But I'm in this right here. Make sure that like button, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one.